Hello everyone, my name is Cameron, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing the WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 predictions, because obviously this weekend is WrestleMania. I'm very excited for WrestleMania 38, even if I'm not going to get to watch nearly as much of it as I would like to, as quick as I would like to. Obviously Saturday is going to be a very busy day, wrestling-wise. Friday, right when I get home, Jesse and I are watching Smackdown, because it's going to be recorded by the time I get home from work at 10:15. Give or take. After that's over, we're going to probably do some prep work for WWE 2K22, because we do plan on streaming a little bit of Universe Mode on Saturday, permitted that we get the ability to. Neither of us work, so we're going to be doing as much as we can for Saturday. We're going to record some Championship Scramble, hopefully, and a lot of other things, and possibly stream some Universe Mode before before NXT Stand and Deliver. Now the problem obviously is if we don't watch Stand and Deliver right when it starts, we're kind of fucked, because then we have to wait for it to end, which by the time that ends, we're going to be like an hour or two away from Mania, most likely. It starts at noon Eastern, I believe, is when it starts. So we have to kind of watch that and then go into Mania right after, and then I have to work on Sunday, and Jesse has it off. So unfortunately, when I get home Sunday, we have to then watch Mania Night 2, which hopefully 7 matches apiece from each show. Shouldn't take too much time. Hopefully some matches will be shorter, some matches will be a little bit longer, obviously. But yeah, hopefully the goal is that we can get through all of it before Monday. We'll see. So we're going to start with Night 1, and then we'll go into Night 2. So Night 1, we have 7 matches. I just said that. I'm an idiot. Again, I want to specify, I do think if there is an Intercontinental Championship or United States Championship match, that both champions will retain. So me and Jesse have agreed on that. Finn Balor will retain if there's a United States Championship match, or Ricochet will retain if there's an Intercontinental Championship match. It makes it easier for both of us to have that prediction kind of just locked in right now, just to be safe. I will specify who we think is going against Seth Rollins as well. And if that person is not the person, I have a backup. We do have a backup prediction of just saying who we think is going to win. So match number 1, we have the New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. We've both gone for the New Day. Hold up. We've both gone for the New Day to win this. It feels like it'd be fucked up if they had Ridge and Sheamus win this after Sheamus nearly killed Big E in the ring. After Ridge nearly killed Big E in the ring. And before everyone says, oh, well, it's not really his fault completely. Yeah, but this is the second time he's nearly ended somebody's career in the ring. It's not a good look for Ridge Holland. I'm not saying it's completely his fault, but, you know, the more this happens, the more it looks like it's that person's fault. Nia Jax, every time she injured somebody in the ring, was her fault. It wasn't somebody else's. It was her fault because she did it so goddamn often. I like Ridge. I think he's a good wrestler. I just think that maybe he's a little too new to this and he's not prepared for it. But who knows? Next, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. We have the Usos versus Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura. We've both gone for the Usos to retain. We love Boogs and Nakamura. Honestly, they're literally one of our favorite things about SmackDown. We just think that they won't be the people to win. Pretty much. We just think that the Usos winning makes a little bit more sense right now than Boogs and Nakamura winning. Next, we have Seth Rollins versus his mystery opponent, which will be announced by Vince McMahon on the night of, which has, since it's Night 1, has given me the joke of it's going to be Austin Theory and he's going to pull double duty. He's going to have one match on Night 1 and one match on Night 2. I don't think that's actually going to happen. It'd be kind of funny if it was the way they did it, but I think honestly, obviously the prediction, the bold prediction from everybody is Cody Rhodes is going to be making his debut here. He's going to be returning. We both think it's going to be Cody. We both think Cody's going to win if he does. If he does not, if it is literally anybody else, because Shane McMahon is rumored to be there now for WrestleMania weekend, if it is literally anyone other than Cody goddamn Rhodes, Seth Rollins wins. Jesse and I have that prediction. Seth wins if it's anyone other than Cody Rhodes. If it's Cody Rhodes, it's Cody Rhodes winning. So if Cody Rhodes ends up being the mystery opponent, we have the prediction that Cody Rhodes will win. If anybody else is the mystery opponent, we have the prediction that Seth Rollins will win. And I will update it accordingly as we go into the Night 1 review. I will update, obviously, if once we find out who it is, I'll say, okay, here's the prediction we're running with because it was this person. Next, we have a men's singles match, Drew McIntyre vs. Happy Corbin. Probably going to be the worst match of Mania weekend. We've both gone for Drew McIntyre. I'm moving on from that, just like WWE should have moved on from that feud 6 fucking months ago. Next, we have a men's tag team match, the Mysterios vs. Miz and Logan Paul. We've both gone for the Mysterios because fuck Logan Paul. Next, we have Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair in a singles match for the Raw Women's Championship. We've both gone for Bianca Belair to win. And finally, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match. We have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, and we have both gone for Charlotte Flair to win because fuck Ronda Rousey. Before anyone says, wow, you're being so mean to some of these people, look, I'll put it this way. I don't like Ronda's attitude towards the fans because there's stuff she's done in shoot, not worked, that she's done as a shoot interview where she's talked shit about the fans and she said the fans are ungrateful. No, we're not ungrateful. We just didn't want to see you be forced down our throats, and that's exactly what we got. I like Ronda Rousey. I thought she was great in MMA, but I don't like her in WWE. And I do not want to see her win. Granted, I didn't want to see that match at all. I wanted Charlotte Flair to face most likely Bayley because I thought Bayley would be back by Mania. Becky Lynch was the person that made more sense for Ronda Rousey, but Charlotte Flair used her backstage politicking bullshit because she's a Flair and got this match. So, yes. And honestly, Logan Paul can go die in a fire. I don't care. I fucking cannot stand either of the Paul brothers. And I do not like the fact that this is the second year in a row that Logan Paul is going to be on WrestleMania. This time he's actually going to be in a match. Hopefully he just gets his ass beat repeatedly. Next, for night 2, we have a men's singles match with Omas versus Bobby Lashley. We've both gone for Omas. Either way, this is kind of a double-edged sword. Do they either A, have a returning Bobby Lashley lose and look fairly weak, or do they B, have Omas lose and take his first loss on the main roster? And either way, it's a bitch because 1, you want Bobby Lashley to look tough, but 2, you also don't want to ruin your new monster so quickly. Like, he hasn't had a whole lot of singles matches. It's been a lot of tag team matches mostly. I just said on the main roster. I'm going to say undefeated in singles competition. It just doesn't make sense. If they decide to do that, they're going to be cutting his legs out from under him just like they've done with literally every monster the past couple years. Now, granted, I didn't mind that when it was Braun Strowman. Omos is okay. He's not great, but he's better than Braun in my opinion. Next, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match. We have RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. Come on, we both went for RK Bro. We didn't need to answer this one. The problem is, we thought, at least I thought, by the way it was looking, that they would have broken up a few months ago when they lost the titles. That's where it made sense. Break them up after they lose the titles. Set up for Randy Orton versus Riddle at Mania. It seemed like maybe they were going to set up for them to be the championship match for the WWE Championship because Riddle was in the chamber. It's like, okay, Riddle wins this. They break up. Randy Orton versus Riddle for the WWE Championship, which, by the way, would be better than the actual championship match we're getting for the main titles. I'll get to that bullshit when I get to it. I really would have loved RK Bro to have a massive breakup and then faced for the WWE Championship. It made more sense. Now, granted, if they slow burn it for a couple more months and do it at SummerSlam, then that's fine, but it won't have the same impact. And I don't think if they make it to where they go towards WrestleMania 39 as champions and then break up, it's going to have a little bit less impact because I think it would have had more here right now when they're still hugely popular as a tag team. Break them up, but I think WWE didn't break them up because of merch sales. So next we have the men's Anything Goes match with Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. We've both gone for Johnny Knoxville. Look, there's not much we can say about this one. It's a fucking match with a celebrity. Now granted, it's not a shitty celebrity like Logan Paul, but it's still a match with a celebrity. They don't tend to work out too great. I don't have high hopes for this match, even though it's Sami Zayn. I don't. Next, with the men's singles match, we have Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. We've both gone for Pat McAfee. Look, Pat McAfee and Bad Bunny are the exceptions to the rule of celebrity matches being dog shit every time. Because both of those matches were great. Bad Bunny had a great tag team match with Damian Priest. I wish we would have seen more. And Pat McAfee had a great feud with Adam Cole. Great War Games match, and I'm very excited for this match. It's probably one of my favorite matches that they have planned for night 2. I really hope Pat wins because it makes so much more sense for him to win than it does for Austin Theory. I don't want to see Austin Theory win. I think Austin Theory makes more sense from a storyline standpoint, but from a fan standpoint, Pat McAfee winning makes more sense. Next, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship fatal four-way match. We have Zelena and Carmela versus Sasha and Naomi versus Rhea and Liv versus Natty and Shayna. We both gone for Rhea and Liv. Come on, it makes sense. They're the duo the fans are all behind. They did this a couple years ago too when the Iconics won. Like they saw who the fans were behind, and then they went with it. And I think they're gonna do it again. Sasha and Naomi. Shayna needs to be doing something outside of the tag division. Put her in the singles title division area. Give her the fucking championship. Finally. Just do it. Quit being cowards. Have her feud with Ronda Rousey after Ronda probably takes the title from Charlotte. Next, we have what is probably going to be the best match of Mania weekend from the actual Mania card. I'm not going to say that it's going to be the best for Mania weekend because I kind of think the Fatal 5-Way Ladder match from Stand and Deliver is going to be better. But I think what is going to be the best from the 2 nights of Mania is going to be Edge versus AJ Styles. We've both gone for Edge. Now, I don't know if this is going to be Edge's last match. Jesse doesn't know if this is going to be Edge's last match. I don't think anyone really knows if this will be Edge's last match. It's very possible that it's going to be Edge's last match, so he can go out on his terms. But I think he can maybe make one more year if he stays healthy. And, I mean, come on. Edge versus AJ Styles, it's going to be a fucking banger of a match. If this is Edge's last match, though, what a fucking way to go out. I mean, Undertaker went out with a great cinematic match against AJ Styles. I think Edge could also get a very good last match out of AJ. Because it's AJ Styles. He can wrestle good with a fucking chair. And finally, we have the winner-take-all WWE and Universal Championship match between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. We've both gone for Reigns. Now, the shitty thing is, regardless of what happens here, either Brock wins and takes both titles, or Roman wins and takes both titles. Roman's reign, his close to record-setting reign, is then wiped out because it's a new title belt. It's not going to continue that reign. Now, granted, they could fumble it and say that it's going to continue that title reign if they keep the Universal Championship as the main championship. But this is a unification match. They're going to keep the WWE Championship match, like the main championship. They're not going to change that one out. They're going to keep that one. Hopefully they bring back the big gold World Heavyweight Championship. That'd be perfect. But they probably won't. They'll probably make some other shitty fucking championship to replace the former WWE Championship / Universal Championship. Whichever one they decide to replace. Whichever brand ends up without a champion. Because, let's be honest, they're not going to pull double duty with Roman forever. They're going to have another championship come in soon. And I just hate the fact that Roman's done so much work for his championship reign. He's done so much just for WWE to do this and completely fucking fumble it all away and get rid of all of the work done into Roman's amazing title reign as Universal Champion. And I'm not going to enjoy this match. I can already feel it. Regardless of what happens, I'm not going to enjoy this match. It would be kind of cool if WWE said, because obviously in a unification match, technically, yes, they are going to unify the titles, but they could, before the actual unification happens, say, well, actually, we're going to say you can have, maybe Seth Rollins versus potentially Cody Rhodes ends up being a number one contenders match, and the winner of the unification match has to defend the WWE Championship the next night, or has to defend it right after they finish that match, or the next night on Raw against the winner of that match. I don't know. There's a million ways this could go, and I really hope that they decide that either have it be a winner-take-all and don't unify them, or just have it not be winner-take-all right before the show and make that change. Because there's so much better shit they could do with both of these titles than this match. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not. I've enjoyed Brock Lesnar's run since he came back, but this is where I'm kind of starting to sour to it again, because it's Brock Lesnar doing Brock Lesnar things like, oh, I want the championship. I don't care. I want the championship. And then they lead it to this, and it's just fucking stupid. Because either we get Roman losing for the first time since 2019, or we get Roman having both titles, and it's a lose-lose situation all around for the fans, is what I'm trying to say. But that has been my predictions for Mania, both nights, for WrestleMania 38, both nights 1 and night 2. Let me know what your guys' predictions are down in the comments below. I'll try to remember to put my predictions up on my Twitter. I'm sometimes bad at that, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Stay golden. Peace.